In section 3.2, the main topic is possessive adjectives. So it's relatively straightforward. You can see the Spanish equivalent of the English possessive adjectives here. Note that it does change depending on whether the item that is owned is singular or plural, as well as masculine or feminine here. One thing I want to point out quick before I go into some examples is the different forms of me that we've gone over in class. We used a lot of me here. So, for example, me llamo. And we'll learn about those types of verbs, but just be aware that it's different from me, which is my in English, and yo, which is I. The same thing with tú as a possessive adjective, it means your, whereas tú with an accent mark is subject pronoun you. So basically what this chart shows here is that possessive adjectives, 1, go before the noun, and 2, agree with the gender and number of the noun. So as you can see here, nuestro primo, since primo is masculine and singular, nuestro, the possessive adjective, will be masculine and singular. Whereas if the primos is masculine and plural, the nuestros, the possessive adjectives, will also be masculine and plural. And likewise with feminine singular nouns and feminine plural nouns. So it doesn't matter what the gender of the person who owns it is. What matters is the gender and number of what's owned. And one other thing here, as you can see, for the third person singular and plural, so él, ella, usted, and ellas, ustedes, it's the exact same thing for all of them, su and sus. Now, generally, when context is already established, when you know who you're talking about, you don't have to clarify. But when you're first starting this topic, and in order to clarify who this sus or su refers to, you can add the de ellos. Instead of simply saying sus parientes, you can put de or of, and then ellos, whoever, or usted, él, ella, or whoever it belongs to. So, for example, you could have su libro if context has already been established. But if you don't know who you're talking about, you can put el libro de Juan, or su libro, el libro de Carlota, or su libro, el libro de usted. In terms of the homework, relatively straightforward. All you have to do is answer these questions affirmatively. So, ¿es la calculadora de Adela? So all you do is si es su calculadora, right? Because Adela, third person, it'd be ella. La calculadora is a masculine or feminine singular noun, so it would be su. If it were calculadoras, son las calculadoras de Adela, you would have si son sus calculadoras. For the second one, we'll do the third one here. Son los papeles de la profesora. It would be si son sus papeles. Mainly because papeles is a plural noun.